Your men about to get underway. Look at the size of this field. It is a very big field, and it's going to be a really interesting race. There's some names that some of you might know. There'll be some new names pop up. We've already seen in the sprint event in the last 2 days some names that very few of us had ever heard of popping up there and causing dramas at the finish. So we'll see. I'll get my very good friend Matthew Astier in a moment to cast his eye over the field and tell us who to watch. The conditions here, well, this morning it was really windy, but as you can see there, there's still a bit of a breeze, but I don't think it's as strong as the paddlers this morning had to deal with. And here we go, Matthew Astier, here is your start list. And again, a very big Chinese combination. And Bolai and Cheng Yao Chen, the two names at the top of the Chinese list, were very good sprint paddlers. Are they any good over the distance?
And the defending champion, Vai Gayu, in the middle of your screen from France, is there as well. We also saw Cameron Carney from Canada, the very first name to pop up on the screen on the first screen. We've got some strong field also coming from Japan. Huge field coming from Spain. Expect one of these guys to be on the podium today. There is definitely huge talent still in Spain. They've been proving it for the past 3 years since the 2021 Spanish Tormenta. We've got Damodara Morknyuk, Augusto Garcia, another top name from Spain. Ivan Puente is another one. Hector Gesso, the surf instructor from Cornwall, Great Britain, is here with us as well. Joan Olim from Madeira is here. I was able to go on the beach just a few minutes ago just to identify some of these guys visually, just what they're wearing, what is the color of their hats, what is their board. That might prove helpful.
I think it will prove very helpful. I was wondering why you stole my accreditation. You've already stolen my pen, now you've stolen my accreditation, and you ran off down to the beach. I thought that was the last. So we'll have a look now at the course. 2 laps for the juniors. It'll be it's a 10-kilometer race and a sprint start out to that first buoy, and then a big sprint there towards the finish line. 2 laps for the boys and 2 laps for the girls. 10 kilometers will be the total distance.
And the same course for the 40-plus men and women, and also for the inflatable races that we will have later on today. So yeah, that visual identification might prove useful. We got Plume on the right hand side of your screen from Thailand with the blue visor. Here's Lucas Simoncelli from Spain. We've got Quinn Pirrit from New Zealand with a black hat. That's a blonde kid in the middle of the screen. Joan Garcia, one of the favorites definitely, as well as another Garcia, that's Augusto. They've come from 2 different regions of Spain. They share the same last name. We've got Joan Olim also on the left hand side of the screen. Vai Gayu, the defending champion. That is definitely one name we need to look for. We also have Sergio Cantoral, who is last year's technical race world champion from 2022. So some big names, and definitely the future of our discipline, of SUP racing. And when I see this very widespread field coming from all around the world, I have a little boost of confidence as to where SUP racing is going with the juniors. Well, and that's only the boys.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting. Whoa! Stop!
I can see Simon Ackerman there. Pretty.
It's a little bit deep. It's a little bit deeper there than a couple of them thought, by the way. So definitely there a break start for some of the athletes. So they'll have to get back now and do it all again, which gives me a chance to say, just to endorse the comments you just made there about the future of our sport looks strong. And I think what we were particularly excited about yesterday was the number of new nations, different nations, Matthew, who were competing in the finals for the men's and women's juniors. And in fact, we saw our first ever Indonesian world champion in the men's junior. Is he racing today? Is he?
I haven't seen Arip. Indonesia, let me go. It's sorted by country. I don't think we have him on the field today. Actually, it's all mixed up, but no, I don't see him. Indonesia, do you see the Indonesian flag? No, we don't. No, we're not probably focusing on the technical race competition, which starts tomorrow. We've got some top names coming out of France, out of Spain, out of Italy, Mattia Livornese being one of them, from Japan as well, from Thailand of course, from Portugal, Great Britain, and a big question mark on the Chinese contingent. We saw definitely some strong Chinese athletes in the sprints.
Our starter is trying to get a bit of discipline amongst these young paddlers. It's a little bit like herding cats, though. None of them ever go where you want them to go, but it's a very loose-looking line there, and we're ready to go now in the men's junior race. Here we go.
That is the official start. We need that drum shot to be able to identify Simon Ackermann, looking pretty strong out of the blocks in the middle of your screen, but someone is going faster on the left-hand side. That could well be, was definitely Sergio Cantora on the NSP, but there's a starboard board right in front of him. It could be Joan Garcia or Augusto Garcia. We're going to have a better look soon. The black board on the left-hand side belongs to Damodara Morknyuk from the Ukraine. Who is that guy in front with the white hat? I am not sure.
The white hat and the long sleeves on the starboard boat. He's going to be our early leader by the look of things. See if we can get a number.
We need to identify the bib number. Yes, for sure that is. Although white on yellow is going to be a little bit tricky.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe something to change for next year. But someone else is having a good start, and it is that athlete on the left-hand side. I don't think it is Plume. It's an Asian paddler. We are past the last buoy of the course of the race. That's the red buoy. So we're going to ignore that for now. What is the from Germany, Marlon from Germany at the front, or the Greek paddler, Andreas
from yesterday.
Andreas, who was on the podium yesterday. That could be him. Let's try and be lucky with the numbers. Actually, you could help us out. Identify some of these guys. They're not wearing a GPS tracker, so we only can recognize them on our screens, and being fed information from the judges on the course as to who's in front. But right now it's just our eyes. It could be Plume at the front, actually,
coming across
from
now.
Thailand. Yeah, the starboard kids, Natapat Koman, could be in the lead right now. I think it is. Yeah.
So hopefully in a moment we're going to get this is a little bit tricky, because as you can see the yellow and white bib combination makes it very hard, in fact almost impossible to read those numbers.
The keep paddling hat from Japan.
Okay, here we go around the there's going to be a little bit of drama here, I think, the way things are shaping up. Terrible corner there for our leader. Just forcing a whole heap of paddlers very wide. He's struggling to stay on board here.
There's Ivan Frutos from Santa Pola, the blonde ponytail on the starboard.
So you're right, Plume is in front. We've got the GPS up and running now. If that's accurate, it is Koman from Thailand in front.
All right, so it would be Senoglu. I think Senoglu is actually a name coming out of Spain. That red hat, I'm pretty sure belongs to Vai Garyu on the starboard, the defending champion. And who's on the NSP? Maybe that Spanish, although it's a Greek name, I think it comes from Spain. That needs to be confirmed. Let me check my start list. But at the front, taking the matter for himself, that is Ivan Frutos from Santa Pola, Alicante, Spain. He's currently in the lead. There's an SIC Maui board there, red and white, on the right-hand side of your screen, who is positioning himself also at the front, as well as the Japanese athlete on a Kenny Kaneko board. And we've got the junior women at the same time, so we're going to try and guess as much as possible. Some top names, obviously, in the junior women's as well, with Kyriaki Logothetti, the new
world champion Cecilia
in sprint racing.
Pampanelli, of course, the defending champion in this race. Silver medal yesterday. Should be absolutely desperate. Naya Pinterec was very good yesterday, finishing third in the women's junior sprint.
And
So
the list says Alexia Soto. She was on the podium last year. Unfortunately, she is injured, so she's not starting today. She wasn't starting the sprint. She's injured and unable to grab a paddle at the moment.
Please back, starboard. Thank you.
So we are now waiting to get the women's race underway. Also 10 kilometres, so 2 laps. And there goes the hooter. They are off and racing in the women's 10 kilometre
Good start by Skadi Langman.
junior long
I think on the
distance.
Sonoma, she was quickly on her feet. But who's got the best start? It is a starboard at the front, although the field is pretty even at this stage between all these athletes. Who's pushing the hardest at the front? Let's not forget we've got Cecilia Pampinella on the field, and I think that's her right there, Cecilia Pampinella, next to an athlete on an NSP board that could be on the left-hand side, Naya Pinteric from Slovenia, placing second. Although she's got a very a similar figure as Claudia Postiglione, very much the same, a similar figure between the Slovenian and actually that could be Naya Pinteric on the right-hand side and Claudia Postiglione, the Italian, the 15-year-old Italian behind Cecilia Pampinella. But Cecilia, as you would expect, pushing hard to try and get that leading position ASAP into the 10-kilometer race.
I think I can see Logothetti just off the back of that lead couple there. So in the mix in the middle of the race,
we have Skadi Langbane on the Sonova.
Yes.
On the right-hand side, she's probably sitting in 6 or 7 position, obviously virtually speaking. But Cecilia Pampinella is getting the job done on a new board. She was giving that not as an excuse, but as one of the reasons why she would not have performed as well as we would expect. We would only expect a gold medal from this 17-year-old who's now not only a top junior racer but also a top open woman racer. She's only competing in the junior division though, under the ICF, but at independent events she can win across ahead of a top international field, and she's been doing so quite a few times already. Cecilia Pampinella first, I think it is Claudia Postiglione in second, next to the Slovenian Naya Pinteric, who's losing her balance a bit there. She's got a strong canoe slalom background, and she's only starting with the with SUP racing, and she picked a bronze medal.
She got a bronze medal yesterday in the sprint behind Logothetti and Pampinelli. So just out in front now, just trying to get a measure now as we go around the first buoy, and it is Cecilia Pampinelli in front, sitting pretty comfortable. What's it, Italian 1-2 is it at the moment, Matthew, by the look of things?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, of course, on the second one. Skadi Langman has lost a lot of ground there, probably in over the 10th position on the Sonova board, the tall blonde girl from Germany. I haven't identified yet who is on that SIC Maui board.
So there's some names coming up there. Coxix from Hungary is there, Davis from New Zealand, Langbane from Germany. So now we're seeing them start to string out a little bit. So there's for the men, Cantarell, Perotti, Ackerman, Frutos, Puente, all of those names you would expect, Matthew, to be up there in the lead pack somewhere. A bit hard to tell from this distance who is who, but it's a very big lead pack. It is Sergio Cantarell, according to our GPS tracker, who is in front. I have no reason to dispute that unless you can tell me otherwise, Matthew.
Well, I don't recognize the NSP board at the front, that's the only thing, and I don't see a Starboard board either. I see an SIC Maui board in second place, but I think in first it has to be a Japanese athlete on a potentially Kenny Kaneko board, because that's the grey color is being is the signature color of the Kenny Kaneko brand. But obviously we're pretty far away from these guys. In third place, though, I can guarantee this is Ivan Frutos. In third, I think Sergio Cantoral on the NSP, the tall guy, is in
Sarah from the China
fifth
team,
place
can you please report
right
to ID
now. I think
control?
that's him in fifth place.
Sarah from China team, can you please come over to
Well,
ID
we've got a Sonova board in
Thank
there.
you.
In third place, next to Ivan Frutos, closer to us on the Sonova board, is Vaik Gariou, the defending champion from France.
But our apologies if you're watching at home. Our apologies, we can't be more accurate. So according to, well, I'm not quite sure how accurate that is, because I don't know how many of the athletes are wearing the GPS trackers, but it says there that it's Frutos in front, and Pirret, the New Zealander, who was a bit of a surprise packet in the sprint. You said he was wearing a black cap. I think I can see him sitting there in around, is he fourth at the moment? Is that the New Zealander sitting in fourth position, Matthew, I think?
He's wearing a black hat. He's got an NSP board that is a Queen Period, right?
Yeah. So I think that might be him sitting fourth.
Fourth, I think that's a Sonova board.
To be honest, you've got good eyes. You've got very good eyes.
But I definitely saw Vaik Gariou. Ivan Frutos still in third place. So there's an SIC Maui board at the front. I think that's a Japanese guy wearing a white hat on the left-hand side. Ivan Frutos in third. On the Sonova board, the black hat belongs to Vaik Gariou.
Yes,
So that is not Queen Period.
No, I meant the guy next to him. Next
to him, there's an NSP blue hat athlete. I will go with Sergio Cantoral, although it could be
1, 2,
Andreas,
3, 4, 5, 6.
the Greek
7,
guy. I think it's
8.
Sergio Cantoral.
Maybe in that front group of 8, I think that might be Pirret at the back, is it, of that group of 8 at the front? Just check. Does that look like him?
Well, it looks like a blue hat from here. It could
Blue?
be.
I think it's black. That's a black hat. What are you
That's a
talking?
black hat?
No, you're looking at a different guy. No, the guy in front of him.
Oh, the guy in front of him. Yeah.
I think that could be him. That could be our New Zealand friend Quinn Pirret. But it's very hard to tell from here.
Well, hopefully we will have the drawn out very soon, because unless we have it, it will be very tough for us at this stage to tell you exactly who's at the front. Of course, you can help us through the YouTube chat. If you're on Planet Canoe YouTube channel, you can, and you want to help us out identify these guys, please send in your comments, and we'll gladly relay them on air.
So a very big lead pack now in the boys, in the juniors. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about a dozen, just over a dozen paddlers in that lead group now as we head down towards the second of the major boys that they will go around, and a group of about 12 and then a slight gap, and then the next group, the chase pack, although that front group is thinning out all the time. There are stragglers falling off the back of that front pack as the pace starts to pick up. It is 2 laps, 10 kilometres, 5 kilometres per lap. These are the best young paddlers in the world. This is their junior men, And if you would have just seen, the junior women are also in the water. So, according to our GPS, and again, this is we know that there's a few athletes in that front group who don't have trackers on because we can't see a couple of the big names that we know are up there. But Frutos, Cantarell and Perotti, Pirret there as well, Livanese from Italy, Malakakis was the Greek that I think you were spotting before, Matthew, Garcia Puente is there. But no Guru there. We know he's up there. We know he's in that front group. So
Vaik definitely at the front in the top 5.
USA
And
athletes
potentially the Japanese athlete could be Kotaro
ID
Miyahira.
control out.
Definitely one of the strong sub racers, young sub racers from Japan.
And we'll try and get an update for you on the women as well because they're starting to sort themselves out as well. They started just after the men, so the men will finish first. They're out there having already been on the course for a quarter of an hour. And the women took off about 5 minutes after the men. And early on it was Cecilia Pampanelli from Italy who was leading the field, but that was very early stages. We haven't had an update for a little while, so let's just wait and see if our cameras, if our drone or anybody out there can pick up where our leading female athletes are at the moment. But looks like they're starting to string out a little bit now, Matthew, in the juniors. There's a bit of a gap being applied, a bit of pressure being applied at the front of that group trying to get in charge of this race.
Wow, you can actually zoom in a drone now, from a drone.
So these are your men coming down to the halfway stage, I think, is it, Matthew, of the
2.5k
of the first lap.
Completed. And these athletes will have to complete 2 laps to reach the 10k distance.
So there's the update from the women's group, and it does look like it is Pampanella in front from Shibara from Japan.
It would be great, I don't know if the production crew can hear us, it would be great to have the names a lot longer on screen for us to be able to call them out. That would be amazing. And so Frutos in the lead with Sergio Cantoral, Mattia Livernese, Quinn Pirret from New Zealand, another group of 3.
It would be good if we can,
paddlers.
I'm not sure why our drone is so far from the field. Surely we can go down a lot lower. We can't. Georgia, our incredible photographer, is shaking her head. We can't get the drone lower? Oh, okay. So just explaining to you at home, Georgia knows everything. It's because of the live stream connection. If we go any lower, we lose the connection. So that's why, folks at home, if you're getting frustrated, we can't go any lower because we would lose the connection. So we just have to try. There's no way in the world we can identify athletes from this height, but it does give us an idea of how strung out they are, how many there are in that lead pack. And at the moment, it looks like there's 2 paddlers, I think now, Matthew, making a bit of a dash. I think we've got 2 paddlers who are trying to make a gap on the rest of the field. They're making a move at the halfway stage of the first lap. They're trying to blow this race apart. I tell you what, I don't know, is that Frutos in front? Because he is now...
It is not.
No, I don't think it's not.
Ivan Frutos is in 3rd place right now, I think.
Trying to bridge the gap. He's trying to get across to this lead pack of 2, and they're now starting to pull them in. So it was an attempted breakaway, but it has not worked, although our paddler out in front is still going at a pretty high rate here. He's still trying to get ahead and to split this field. There's too many people there for his liking. He wants to try and thin this field out a little bit.
Well, there's a few options here for as far as guests are concerned. It's either a son of a board, and that could be Vai Garyu, but I don't think it is. I think Vai Garyu is just behind Ivan Frutos in 4th position, right next to Sergio Cantoral. I have the feeling it's a Kenny Kaneko board because I don't recognize the NSP
so you reckon it'd be
a
Japanese paddler?
And I reckon it's a Japanese paddler, and my gut feeling would go with Kotaro Miyahira from Japan, but unless we have a bib number confirmation,
Well,
can't really,
yeah, we're not going to see the
call
bibs.
that.
The yellow and the white bibs are just impossible to read. So we're just going to have to rely here on a bit of luck, I think, more than anything, to be able to work out who that is. Unless some of our eagle-eyed viewers at home can confirm for us on our stream, you might have a better understanding of, a better knowledge of who each of these paddlers are than us. But we think it's a Japanese paddler in front. Saying Ivan Frutos, but no, we're pretty certain that that's not him in the front of the course.
But who's made a move? That's in third place right now, behind the SIC Maui board, which we haven't identified yet, is Vai Garyu, the defending champion now on the Sonova, placing himself in third position. We've got an NSP board behind him. I think that's Sergio Cantoral, another NSP board behind him.
Quinn Perrott.
Quinn Perrott,
yeah.
potentially, although Quinn Perrott is wearing a black hat, so if you spot a black hat, that could be the New Zealander. Yeah, but it's slightly, I think Quinn Perrott is here. Yeah, Quinn Perrott
he's fifth.
is in actually
Sixth
place
position at the moment
right
for the New Zealander. He's got the black singlet on as well, hasn't he? The New Zealand All Black singlet, sitting in sixth position. So
two paddlers at the front we haven't identified yet. If you can help us with the chat, let us know who's at the front, because right now it looks like neither the GPS nor the people around us are able to tell us who they are. I have the feeling they come from Southeast Asia countries. We have I believe a Kenny Kaneko board at the front and an SIC Maui board in second place right now. But Vai Garyu is pushing hard. That's him on the Sonova board. Vai Garyu, who is now taking that second spot, and you know what? He might even be able to take the leading position. That is him now, overtaking not just one but two paddlers, potentially at least sharing the leading position with this other paddler, and I'm pretty sure that is a Kenny Kaneko board on the left hand side. So Vai Garyu now in the lead, the defending champion. We have an NSP board, a tall athlete with a blue hat. I'm pretty sure that's Sergio Cantoral, who is the world champion from 2022 in technical race. I think he was on the podium also of the long distance. So who are the two other paddlers with them? The Kenny Kaneko board and the SIC Maui board. Hopefully in a few moments we'll be able to identify them, because I have a feeling that we're going to stick with them for quite a while. Oh, that's a big upset. Naya Pinteric.
Wow, that is
a bronze medalist from yesterday's sprint competition.
She is
pulled
out already.
of the event.
And we thought we were calling her up near the front of the field too. So if she's out, that is a big withdrawal from the women's event. So from what we understand, it is still Cecilia Pampanelli in front. But as for the rest, it is trickier, and we apologise at home that we can't be more accurate at this stage. But as you can see, watching at home, it is very hard to get a bead on the bib numbers. Some of these juniors we've never seen before. This is the first time they've competed at an ICF World Championships. We did our best before the race to go around and eyeball some of them to see who they were, but there are some who have snuck under the radar. So we're just looking online.
So Vai Garyu in the lead on the Sonova. It is a Kenny Kaneko board. Yes, I have a visual confirmation. It is a Kenny Kaneko board in second place, but we don't know what the name of that athlete is. It is Sergio Cantoral in third place, and the SIC Maui board next to him belongs to an athlete whose name we don't know just yet. So bear with us. We're going to have hopefully a confirmation of those two names in that group of four top paddlers at the front. But it is definitely the defending champion, Vai Garyu, whose brother just picked up 2 gold medals in the sprint and today in the long distance, Noi Garyu. and whose dad is competing again as well in this World Championship. And look at that huge acceleration that Vaigayu is capable of producing right now in those bumps. Obviously an excellent downwinder from Numea, New Caledonia. Vaigayu extending his lead, I wouldn't say over the Japanese paddler, but managing to break that group of 4 into 2 separate groups of 2, but Sergio Cantoral able to make a big push and very, very close to regrouping with the Japanese paddler right in front of him.
So online we're struggling to identify some of these mystery paddlers as well. We have been asked though if we can give a shout out to the Kuala Lumpur SUP team from Malaysia who have joined this event. Adam, Karina, Awal, Zinedine, Kayleen, Mithran, Mia and Toyoshi. Is great to have. Here we go. Can we get a number here? Can you get that number? God, it's hard to read, isn't it? You and I have got tired old eyes. We can't see the number even. But we know the leader. That is no problem. But we cannot, for the life of us, see the number. The white on the yellow. Just a mental note for next year: do not do white on yellow, folks. Nobody can see the numbers. You can't read them. But there is a group of 4 out in front, just like there were for the senior women. A group of 4 out in front with the race amongst themselves at this moment. Quite a big gap now opening up to the next best. I think that Quinn Perrott is in the next group, so 57 metres away from our lead pack. But are we certain that Cantarell is there? I think Sergio Cantarell is in that front group, isn't he, Matthew? I think we can see him there.
Yeah, that's him in third position.
Yep, in third position.
On the NSP.
So we can identify 2 of the athletes.
Vaigayu on the Sonova board. That's him right there.
Well, there we go. There's well, there we know who that is. Let's see if we can get.
We know this guy. Let's have a 284.
Shimazu.
That is Shimazu Nariakira. That is the Japanese name that we were looking for. What is the gentleman on his left-hand side on the SIC Maui board? And look at those swell movements. Definitely something to grab when you're downwinder. That swell movement is going in the right direction and is definitely helping Vaigayu at the front of that race. Look at them standing very straight position for Shimazu Nariakira in second place. We've got Sergio Cantoral in third. And who is that paddler? That number, we want to see that number. It's a 2.
Just trying to get as close as we possibly can to see the number, because we've identified 3 of the 4.
The last one.
But just the last one, we're trying to get an idea of what number that is. He's in the front 4.
Well,
Nope.
you know what? I did call Kotaro Miyahira, and I saw maybe an 8 and a 2 in there. And Kotaro Miyahira is actually wearing a bib. Kotaro comes with 282, so it might be Kotaro Miyahira, who is part of the SIC Maui team. Actually, I'm just going to check that.
While you're doing that, confirmation that is Vakaru is sitting there in the lead. We know it's Shimozo from Japan sitting second. Cantarell is third. That is your front 3 paddlers. And sitting off the back, we're just waiting to confirm who that 4th paddler is. So, well, we hope you've enjoyed this game we've been playing at home. It's like a Inspector Clouseau mystery, where you've got to identify the suspects in the room and who would be likely to be the murderer. But none of these are, of course. These are all junior athletes. Here we go. There's a bit of a move from our international man of mystery, sitting at the back of the leading quartet, trying to make a bit of a move on Cantarell, who's sitting in third place at the moment. behind the Frenchman and the Japanese paddler, and then the Spanish paddler Cantarell third. And Matthew, do you got any information for us at all?
Not really. Not really. However, let's talk about Vaigayu for a little bit. This athlete is only in his 17th year. He has seldom come out of New Caledonia, but when he has, and he only started last year competing internationally, every time he has is won big international races, and he showed that again last year at in Poland, in Gdynia, and obviously he's got some good mentors in New Caledonia with the likes of Titouan Pouillot, Clément Colmas, Benoît Rivière as well, who is the local coach coaching all these guys, and of course his older brother Noik Garyu, who once again won gold this morning after winning gold yesterday in the sprints. So Vaigayu defending his 2022 title
Ackerman,
here
is it? It's
in
not.
Thailand.
No. It's
So
not.
Ackerman is at the
In
back
yeah.
for sure, and I think that is 282. I can read on this jersey.
So maybe while we've got the front four for the men at the moment, I wonder if we can get an update on if we can get any pictures of our women's lead. Of our women's lead packers. We'll just wait till we go around this buoy here, because all sorts of things can happen here. We might catch a number here. Let's see if we can get a number as they come around the buoy. Cantarell around in third place, our international man of mystery, sitting there in fourth position, trying to hang on. The top three making a bit of a burst, but he catches on again, catches onto the tail of Cantarell, sitting comfortably now, and it looks like he's going to make a move. He's making a move. He doesn't want to sit there at the back anymore, and he's moving up through the field now. He's taking advantage of his anonymity. He's taking advantage of the fact nobody knows who he is, and he's thinking, well, if they don't know who I am, maybe they can't see me, and I can sneak up here when nobody's watching and move into second place. And I think he's going to move into outright second now and just jump in behind our leader, who is Guru, who is sitting first. It's the Japanese paddler Shimazu who is sitting second at the moment, although now he is about to fall back into third. And is our man about to move into the lead? This is going to make for a very awkward race for us if we go, getting a bit close there. Let's not... here we go, Matthew. How good's your eyes now? Oh, I thought we nearly might have his eyes.
We
there.
needed that shot though.
Yep.
And that's...
I'll tell you what, he's made a big move on that leg,
Yeah,
though.
he has.
He's moved into second position now, and he's shunted Shimizu back to third, and Cantarell now drops back to the back of that quartet into fourth. Oh, he just about had a bit of a spill as well, so just getting in each other's way a little bit here. It's not really necessary. You can just take it easy.
So if you see a 2, an 8, and a 2, that would be Kotaro Miyahira. And I think it is, but I just want to be 100% sure.
Who do you think it is?
Kotaro Miyahira. I think I recognize an 8 and a 2. And just like for Rika Okwaki in the women's race, I called his name pretty early into the race, and
Well, he's gone into the lead now. He's been
he's
really...
got the lead, so
He's determined to get up in front and to dictate the race on his terms. He was tired of... I tell you what, there's a little bit of congestion there. And he has moved into the outright lead with Guru. Is he happy to sit in second? I don't think he is. I don't think he wants to sit behind it. I think he wants to get back in the lead. So a little bit of an arm wrestle going on here. Totally unnecessary. You would think totally unnecessary at this stage of the race to be trying to get in each other's way. Just be happy to sit back in the slipstream, boy. Let him do the work. But at the moment he is... and what's happening as a result is that they are clearing out these two paddlers, putting a little bit of distance between themselves and Cantarell and Shimizu. I wonder if we can get some pictures, if we can get some shots of our women's juniors I'd be interested to see how big the front pack is in the women's group, because we know that Cecilia Pampanelli was in front, but if we can get a shot in just a moment, after we get around this buoy, if we can get a shot of our leading women's group and get an idea who is leading there, that would be very, very useful.
Huge chasing group of paddlers. Behind the 4 athletes at the front are recognized. Damora Morkniuk, Augusto Garcia was one of them. Here they are. A huge group of junior paddlers in the chase as we are now entering lap number 2. So 5 kilometers to go. We are 34 minutes into the race, probably 32 minutes into the race for the first group, meaning that we should well be under the 1:05 time for the and even Frutos is in there. He was in the lead for a while. He's dropped quite a few places.
So there's been a bit of excitement, a bit of interesting racing going on. We're just trying to locate our lead pack for the women. As soon as we find pictures of our lead pack for the women, we will bring them to you, but they started after the men, so they will possibly be about a kilometre or 2 behind the men. But there is our lead pack there for the junior men, and it is still at the front of the our international man of mystery is in the lead.
So we actually have someone in our chat, that's Yoshi. Thank you very much. We're going to base our assumptions based on what he's saying. He's confirming that the SIC Maui board belongs to Kotaro Miyahira, so that would mean we have 2 Japanese in the front pack of 4, along with Vaik Garyu and Sergio Cantoral, the other Japanese being Nariakira Shimazu, or rather Shimazu Nariakira.
Yeah, that's great. And apparently Mike Perrott tells us that Quinn Perrott turns 16 today.
Wow.
Celebrating his birthday out there. What else would you want to do on your birthday than sit out there contesting a stand-up paddling world championship long distance race in the baking Thai sun? Just getting out there, having fun with your mates, doing great stuff, getting a face full of salt water, getting those cracked lips, the sunburnt face, sunburnt back of the neck, sore arms, sore legs. Happy 16th birthday, Quinn.
Very happy birthday, Quinn.
Hope you're enjoying your day. I hope tonight, bro, they give you, they take you out.
He's a New Zealander. We've got a New Zealander in the house. We've got Georgia. Come on, Georgia. Say happy birthday to Quinn Perrott.
Of course, a massive happy birthday to Quinn Perrott, and hi to all the New Zealanders out there. Kia ora koutou. Young Quinn has been paddling since he was about 4 years old. I remember seeing him down at the beach with his dad, Mike. So that kid's got some history on the water.
All right, well, we're going to hope he has a big finish here and can get in touch with his front 4. Why aren't you covered in pig fat sitting out in the water, Georgia? I told you, coat yourself up in pig fat and just go and plonk yourself in the water. We were looking forward to just seeing your head bobbing in the waves. We saw you earlier on. I spotted you earlier on. We also spotted a fisherman sitting out there in the middle of the course earlier on today as well. I think he's gone. Maybe he's caught his lunch and he's gone home and he's cooking. He's having a fry-up, a fish fry-up. But look at our front 4. Now, we're still waiting to find our leading women. We want to find out who is leading the women's pack at the moment, because that is a junior world championship race, and when we last saw, Cecilia Pampanelli was in front. Is she still there? Let's try and catch up with our women's group. If we can find out where they are, that would be really, really useful.
So meanwhile, in the men's, we have identified our 4 top paddlers, 2 Japanese in there. At the front right now on the Kenny Kaneko board, that is Shimazu Nariakira. We have another Japanese in there on the SIC Maui board, that's Kotaro Miyahira. And we have, of course, Vaik Garyu from New Caledonia, the Frenchman, defending his title. Who have we got in the girls? I don't think these are the leading.
I don't think that's our lead pack there.
Junior women. But the pace is definitely fast for these junior boys who are now, for the very first time in ICF World Championship history, paddling on hardboards. Obviously, they had 2 days on hardboards in the sprint competition, but prior to the 2023 ICF SUP Worlds, they were on inflatable boards only. And actually, Ross, do you know the background story at ICF behind why it was decided that this year the juniors, both men and women, are now paddling on hardboards?
Are you going to tell me?
I'm hoping you're going to.
Thought
you're going to tell us
well,
the
I'll tell you
background
what,
story.
we could ask our man Hoi Shan Kwan to come over and fill us in on the details. But at the moment, he's trying to find our leading women's pack. They're going through all our camera angles, trying to find where our women are at the moment. But we saw some of the, I think they're in front of us now. They're also not your lead pack from the women. So they must be coming down to, they've certainly finished the first lap, I would have thought. The women, and they would be on to their second lap. If not, they'd be very, very close, I think, to rounding the final buoy on the first lap. But we are looking at the front four men. Just repeating, we have two Spanish pack. Sorry, we have.
Front.
Here we
front
go.
Of the women's field in the juniors, we have Cecilia Pampinella in the lead. I'm pretty sure this is Claudia Postiglione from Italy as well in second. Given Naya Pinteric, who has a similar silhouette, who has pulled out apparently for some reason. We have an SIC Maui board. It would be good to stick with the women for a while, because we haven't seen much of them so far into this race. So here they are, the SIC Maui board. God, we have another SIC Maui ghost athlete. I'm unable to say who that is in third place. I think it is Xilas Coxis from
Hungary, yeah.
The swimming champion, converted to SUP racing not long ago, in fourth place right now. But Cecilia Pampinella leading the field, as you would expect from the three-time 2022 ICF SUP World Champion.
Yeah, and no surprises there. And I know you saw her, spoke to her yesterday, and she certainly looked very, very determined to get back on top of the podium after losing yesterday in the sprint. And we're just going around this buoy now. It is Cecilia Pampinelli in front. We believe it's her Italian teammate sitting in second place. And we're trying to get an idea of who that is on the third boat there. But again, like it is in the boys, a group of four out in front for the women as well. I think they've just completed, have they not, their first lap, Matthew? So 1 lap down, 1 lap to go for the girls. You're pretty confident that is an Italian 1-2 at the moment?
Yeah, I seem to recognize Claudia Postiglione right there. She's only started on the international racing scene. I only met her for the very first time just 2 months ago. But since then, I've seen her competing very strongly at international level, even taking the lead right now. That is amazing. Unless
Shibahara. Now we've got Shibahara in that front group.
So
that must be her. That's her third.
SIC Maui board, but it is Claudia Postiglione right there. I'm pretty sure. Unless it is. No, that's not Logothetti.
No, it's definitely not Logothetti. Definitely not.
So Coxis,
Coxis is fourth. I think it is. Well, I think our GPS tracker is right. That is Shibahara sitting in third place. So Pampinella is second at the moment. I think you're right. Postiglione is sitting in the lead. Pampinella second. Shibahara third, and Coxis from Hungary fourth. We believe. That's how we're calling it right now. Look, I'd like to be more confident, but if anyone watching at home, again, we're relying on our eagle-eyed viewers from home. If you've got a better idea than us of exactly who's who, but we're pretty confident with this one that is our lead four in the women's race as we head into the second lap of 2. It is Postiglione from Italy, her Italian teammate and defending champion Pampanella sitting in second. Sitting third, we believe it's Shibahara from Japan, and fourth, Koksix from Hungary, sitting in fourth position. So that is your lead four at this stage in the women's junior race.
And you know how old Claudia Postiglione is at the front? Just 15. That's amazing. 15 years old and only starting in the world of SUP racing with some amazing results already. In front of an absolute phenomenon, Cecilia Pampinella, who's been ruling the junior SUP racing scene for the past 2 years, but seems to be not her normal self actually in this competition.
I mean, we say that she only lost by 0.02 of a second yesterday. I think, last year she set the bar, Matthew, so high. And we thought coming back this year in the juniors again, having dominated junior racing last year, she's been racing well all this year. We really thought she'd come out here again today or this week and continue what she did last year. Absolutely am not taking away from her abilities. Oh, who we got this coming in from the left? Who's that?
That could be Logotheri actually.
No, I don't think it is. Is that one of the girls coming in there on the left? Let's try and get a bit of a look there, going around there. I think it might well be. Let's have a look. Is that lead group of 4 about to be a lead group of 5? It was a bit hard to see from that camera angle who it was, but we'll get an idea in just a moment if there is a 5th athlete that has now joined this train. Well, yes.
Yeah, it's a group of 5 now. A new starboard athlete. I've just joined the fun at the front of the junior women's race with Claudia Postiglione, with Cecilia Pampinella, Shibahara from Japan, Sheila Koksix from Hungary, and here's a 5th athlete at the front of the race. Let's see what number we can find on her jersey.
Very hard to tell from here who that might be. Is it a? Not even certain that it's one of the junior women. It might be. Oh, look! You can see the swell there, causing a little bit of bobble there for a couple of the athletes. It's very hard to tell from here. We're really struggling to see any of the numbers.
Well, it's either one of the junior men or short hair.
So it's Logotheri. Logotheri is there. No, she's 48 seconds behind. So no, she. Oh no, now it says 135 meters. So she's not there. Is it? Oh God, I don't want to embarrass myself here.
Neither do I.
I don't want to embarrass myself. Maybe I'll just keep my mouth shut until we know definitely who that is. Sitting currently in 5th position. Sort of came out of nowhere and joined the group on a starboard. So maybe one of our starboard crew that are watching can get us a message of who that might be. Sitting 5th at the moment. It's either somebody who's in the lead pack for the women or somebody who's relying on this lead pack of women to catch up in the men's. Just falling off a little bit off the back now. So we may not have to worry about it for too long, judging by the way this is padding out. Oh boy, it's not as challenging as last year. Remember last year when we were sitting on the beach and we had one camera because it was the conditions were so bad we couldn't get any cameras out on the water, and we just saw them once every hour. They'd come across.
You know what, Ross? Next year, put me on a boat next to these athletes. I would be able to identify these guys, and I think that's
a boy.
That's a boy.
Well, again, I'm not.
Or short hair, very short hair, woman athlete, but I doubt it.
Oh, I wish I was more confident. In this day and age, I don't want to be cancelled. I don't want to be the victim of cancel culture here on the live stream coverage of the 2023 International Canoe Federation World Championships. My name is Mathieu Astier.
You wish.
Yeah. One of our online viewers is pretty confident that it is a guy sitting in 5th position. So, Branislav, if you're confident, I'm going to...
Viewers are allowed to say it.
Viewers are allowed to say it. We can't say it, but let's go with it. Thank you, Branislav, for saying what we were possibly thinking. Maybe we can get Georgia to say it, because she's got... You can't cancel the photographer. There's no cancel culture for photographers. The lens never lies. So but anyway, we're on the wide shot now. Let's see if we can cross back to the men now, get an update on where they are, because they are well and truly into their second and last lap. When we last saw them, there was a group of 4 in front.
It is still on the right-hand side of your screen. I think that is Vaigayu on the Sonova, but someone else is pushing hard, and that is the Japanese on the Kenikaneko board.
That's Shimazu, is it?
Shimazu.
No, Shimazu and Miyahari is also there. 2 Japanese paddlers, and of course the Spaniard Cantarell is there as well. They've spread out a little bit there. Look at that. They are 4 wide on the course now. They are heading down towards the final buoy and then the turn for the finish.
Yeah, on the right-hand side it's actually Kotaro Miyahira on the Kenikaneko board, and then Shimazu Nariakira is on the Sikh Maui red and white. But I think at the front it is still Vaik Garyu from France on the Sonova board leading the field. It looks like Sergio Cantoral has decided to
on the left. He's gone out to the left, has he?
So
Yeah.
it would be on the right for him.
And there's a chase pack behind, but they are quite a distance. Even though it looks like they're making up ground there, I'm pretty certain that there's a pretty big gap there between that quartet in front, which is now, by the way, I feel that Miyahari is dropping off the pace a little bit. It looks like he's been left behind in a bit of a sprint here, and it looks like it is on the right-hand side, Garu and Shimazu, who are going out now, and maybe Garu is putting a bit of distance. Very hard to tell, and very hard to tell where exactly Cantarell is, because he's so far to the left of... And what have we got here? We've got a boat. Is that our fisherman again, sitting there in the middle of the course?
That's someone from the staff, I think.
Huh?
Oh, someone's taking a fall. That's Sergio
Cantarell.
Cantoral.
Cantarell has taken a fall.
The 2022 silver medalist has been disbalanced by the crosswind coming from his left-hand side. So that would be from the right-hand side on your screen. And
didn't lose a lot of time, Matthew, but just momentum. Lost momentum. He's now soaking wet, standing up, trying to get back in touch. But I tell you what, is that the crucial moment of this race?
Yeah, we have got less than 2 kilometers to go for the junior men. We are 50 minutes into a 10-kilometer race. They're expected to finish just north of 1 hour, so 10 minutes to go, or slightly more than 10 minutes to go for the junior men, and the pace has picked up. And look at those accelerations again. The Japanese athlete Kotaro Miyahira on the Kenikaneko board.
He's well back, I think, isn't he? Isn't that Shimazu who's there second?
No, it is Kotaro on Miyahira on the Kenikaneko board, right? Let's see that.
Double check that. I thought it was Shimazu. Look, you are the man. You are the man, but
double check, please.
I think it's Shimazu who's on the...
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Nadia Kira Shimazu.
What is that boat doing there? It's right in the middle of the...
Kenikaneko board.
I'm not sure what that boat is doing there, getting in everybody's way. Is that an official boat, or is it just some bloke out for a fish? Is he just out there trying to catch some squid or something? I have no idea. But anyway, he's...
or maybe a team coach?
Is it can you have a coach out there on the water?
Doubt it. I would doubt
Very
it.
strange. I have no idea what he's doing in the middle of the course. But anyway, that's not our problem for now. But look at this. I think Garu has blown this race apart, Matthew. He looks like he's put the foot to the pedal to the floor, and he is putting a lot of distance between himself. The only man possibly close enough to rope him in at the moment is the Japanese paddler Shimazu, but I don't think he's going to get him either. This is bold move from our defending champion.
As Sergio Cantona lost ground there, I can see him in the middle of our screen on the NSP board, but there's is that? Oh, that's the SIC Maui board. I thought that was a starboard. So
No,
we still have the Japanese
it's
paddler, but the
Miyahari.
field is very much spread between those four. Only the Japanese is able to stick with Vaik Gayu from France, who's well set by the look of it, as we are probably 1.5 kilometer away from the finish line, to pick up a second gold medal in the long distance.
Yeah, that's super impressive. What a weekend the family's had. What a weekend they've had already. We're not even into the weekend and they've had a great weekend, but they've older brother Noik, two-time world champion this week already, and it looks like now, unless something very strange happens, younger brother is going to go back to back with the world titles in the junior distance race. Is this his last year as a junior? Do you know, Matthew?
I think he's got one more year to go.
Oh my
17,
God!
so
Seriously? Wow.
is he? I can't remember what the rule is on age. He's 17 this year.
So he should have one more year, I think.
I reckon so.
One more year. Would you want to bet against him next year? I wouldn't have thought so. Look at him go. That is a big distance now. If we can get, I wonder if our GPS. Well, I don't think he's been on the GPS tracker, so we probably can't get an idea of how much distance there is between him and the second paddler, the Japanese paddler Shimizu. But I tell you what, there's no way. Shimizu now, look at him now, trying to lift up, get a bit of a pace going, but he's not going to catch Voit Karoo. He's got the smell of victory in his nostrils and now has a sneaky, cheeky look over his shoulder just to see if he has anything to worry about. And the view that he would have seen just then would be quite pleasing, because he would have looked back and he would have thought, well, nobody's going to challenge me. I've got this race to my own. I just need to stay on the board, not fall off, get this job done, and in a moment I will be a world champion. So that is an excellent race there for Voit Karoo. Last time we saw the women, it was Italians 1 and 2, Postiglione from Pampanello, and then two Japanese paddlers, Shibaharu from Japan and Hoxis from Hungary. That was your top four in the women the last time we saw, but it'll be the men who will finish first. We'll stick with them until we get to the finish line. There we go. Now we get a good view of the distance between, and they look at that. Voit Karoo has strung out this field. When he decided to go, nobody could go with him, and look at the carnage that he has caused. He has caused incredible carnage, and in fact, I'm looking there in the distance. Is that our New Zealand paddler Quinn Perrott, who may be sneaking up now on Sergio Cantarell? Maybe he can finish in fourth position if he can really lift his rate over the closing stages to celebrate his birthday with a top four finish. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because we are looking here at our reigning world champion. Very hard to see, Matthew, him losing his title from here.
Yeah, only a few hundred meters left for Vai Gayu, who's is chasing the bumps and successful at doing so. Look at him almost surfing that bump there, taking him even further away from the chasing Japanese athletes. Vai Gayu on the Sonova. He only has a sponsorship with Blackfish, actually, the paddle brand. But Sonova is his board of choice for the this competition. I know that backstage there are some talks going on to sign the phenomenon from New Caledonia, Vai Gayu, who is definitely following in his brother's footsteps.
And as the race goes on, the longer the race goes, the bigger the gap is getting between Voit Karoo in front of this field and sitting second at the moment. It's been a brave race from our Japanese paddler Shimizu. He's sitting clearly in second. He's Japanese, and in fact now look at this. Voit Karoo's actually lifted his work rate. He's actually lifted his work rate as he gets towards the final buoy. In just a moment he'll be going around this final buoy and then heading to the shore to run through the victory gate and to become back-to-back world junior champion. Sitting back there in third, it is the second Japanese paddler, Kotaro Miyahari, and then Sergio Cantarell, who had a swim. He fell into the water, lost all momentum, and he has now fallen back to a distant fourth.
They must
And
have
another
closed him,
look at that there, another sneaky look over the shoulder there from Guru, but he'd be very happy with what he just saw. Nobody's going to get near him now. He can probably start to hear the crowd. You can see there is the finish line at
Great
the top
shot
of the
there.
screen. Yep.
My God, you've got one red buoy to turn around, and he will be facing the beach of Jomtien here in Pattaya, Thailand, to get another gold medal, his second ICF gold medal in the long distance.
Everything has gone right for him. He had a race in 4, but then when the time came for the challenge to be made, off he went, and nobody could go with him. He strung them out very quickly, and as I mentioned before, the carnage he left behind him, well, it's there for everyone to see now. Big gaps between him and the rest of the field. This top 4 has really strung out. In fact, I'm expecting to see a bit of a challenge coming for the 4th position, but let's not worry about that just yet, because you can see behind, here he goes around the last buoy.
He's already claiming it.
I think so.
Just 200 meters to go for Vaikayu, who won silver yesterday in the sprints. He's going to pick up a second medal, but this time it is gold awaiting for him on the finish line. Vaikayu from New Caledonia, France, will get his second gold medal in the long distance.
And about to become an uncle, of course, down the track, because we heard the news today that his brother is expecting.
You heard it from Mr.
I
Tolosa?
heard it from you. You were the man with the finger on the pulse. So he's going to become an uncle later on or early next year. But let's look at his style as he comes to the finish line. What an impressive young man. The future of stand-up paddling is in very good hands. And I'm sure if he does have another year of junior paddling left, there'll be a lot of senior paddlers who'll be very happy that he's not ready to go into the senior ranks just yet, because he is in such good form. Coming down now to the finish line.
This fine young man has a lot of maturity actually in his preparation. He trains twice a day. So his life is totally focused on, apart from school, obviously. Look at him on the bottom of your screen. Vaikayu is totally focusing on training for SUP racing, and he's paced himself so well in this competition, this long distance 10K. We are just over 1 hour. Vaikayu, the new world champion, and he receives a big hug from his big brother. So we've got 2 Gayus now who are crowned long distance world champions, and this is the whole Gayu family, not the whole Gayu family. They've got a big brother, and also their mom Caroline, who's surely watching from home from Japan, though, picking up the silver medal.
Shimazu from Japan coming across. Oh, well, we missed him crossing the line, but he has taken the silver medal. A very brave race from the young man from Japan. Coming in 3rd position, it is the second Japanese paddler, Kotaro
Miyahira.
Yes, he will take 3rd. He was up there in the lead group. We took a while to identify him. We were surprised. He was a surprise packet early on, and he's held on to take this bronze medal.
A big thanks to our SUP race community watching on YouTube, and especially to Yoshi, who was able to confirm who these athletes were. So the athlete on the SIC Maui board is Kotaro Miyahira. A good finish. 2 Japanese paddlers. That's also pretty new in the junior world.
Well, we saw them doing well in the men's, of course. We had 2 paddlers there in the top 4, and here we have in the juniors 2 men on the podium. So fantastic result, and coming in now in 4th place, we believe that is Cantoral
Cantoral
from Spain. He had a tumble off his board on the the last stretch.
He's from that Daniel Pares Water Sport Club I was talking about this morning, coached by Daniel Pares, and most likely also by Vincent Guillaume, who pays them a visit quite regularly, the French coach from Brittany, France.
So we've determined now who the boys are. Let's see if we can catch up now and see if there's been any change at the front of the junior women's field. There was a group of... Oh, we're going to have an interview first. So in a moment we'll do an interview first, then straight after the interview we will cross to the front of the women's field and see if there's been any change there to the women. But are we ready for our champion? We're ready for our champion. Let's have a listen to our junior world champion, another of the Guru family. He's defended his title from last year. Let's have a listen to Voi Guru, our 2023 ICF Junior Long Distance World Champion.
The Guruyud brothers are unstoppable. We have Vaik over here, Nuik's younger brother, and he just won the under-18 gold medal at the ICF distance race. So Vaik, how was your race?
Considered very easy. A lot of winds, very hot. I took a really bad start, so I'm pushing hard in the one lap to take the lead. And in second lap I push again really hard to take the first place, so I'm very happy to be there.
It was a fantastic performance you had there. You had a real gap at the end. You came in by yourself. I think the next guy was a good 10-15 seconds behind you. What was your tactics for the race? Do you have any tactics?
Yeah, at the last buoy, the last green buoy, I pushed hard because there were some little bumps. So I pushed hard, I took the bump, and that's all.
Cool. And so your brother's racing, you're racing, your dad's racing. You know, how is it to race with your whole family?
I'm very happy. It's the first travel with all the family. Mom is not here, but maybe the next year. So no, it's very happy. I'm very happy. It's very cool to have all the family to support us.
Exactly. Got to get mum and grandma racing next year, huh? All right. Thank you, Vaik, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Yeah, congratulations to our junior world champion. Wear your GPS next time, bro. Don't go without the GPS.
Pretty humble young man, actually.
All right, let's while we're talking about, we can analyse what he had to say, but let's see if we can find our lead pack for our women now, because they are getting now towards the business end of their race as well. Last time we caught up with them, there were 4 in the front group. We had 2 Italians, a Hungarian and a Japanese paddler, all in the group of 4 at the front of the women's race. It was Postiglione from Pampanelli, Shibahari from Japan, and Kossis from Hungary. So we're just now going to try and find where our leading pack are. But just while we're doing that, I mean, Voi Guru just talking about there, the family. There's, a family that lives together, trains together, works hard together, puts pressure on each other, must just drive each of them to levels that you and I would never understand.
Well, tomorrow I'm not calling it the 2023 ICF SUP World Championships. I'm calling it the Guru Show, because 4 medals have already been awarded to 2 Guru brothers, and their dad is even racing as well.
I think that's our group of 4 there. That looks like Cecilia is back in front, is she? Cecilia Pampanelli is first. Sitting behind her, I think, is it the Japanese paddler?
No, it is Claudia.
No, Claudia's second, and it's a bit hard to tell from this. So it's the same quartet.
So it is Xila Kossis from Hungary in third, and in fourth it is Shibahara, the Japanese paddler.
So the question is here, we heard Voi Guru say at the second last buoy, the buoy at the very top of the course, that's when he made his move. So the question is here, when will Cecilia Pampanelli, because she'd be the one you expect to make a move, she'd be the one you would expect to try and blow this quartet apart to make a big move, but at the moment they are sticking with her. They are waiting, they are watching, they are really trying to make sure that they don't give her an opportunity to sneak away and to try and catch this race early?
Well, she's expected to do that for sure, but as she was saying to me yesterday after the silver medal in the sprints yesterday, she is struggling a little bit with her new board, just not because it's not a good board, but because it's new and it takes a while to get accustomed to a new board, especially in those conditions. That crosswind is definitely it's a strong wind. It's definitely making it more difficult for her on that starboard board. But she's still nevertheless at the front and took a lead early. So I'm pretty sure with all the experience she's got that she knows what she's doing. The big surprise comes from that second athlete, Claudia Postiglione from Italy, only 15 years old and about to potentially score a podium in the junior women's division on long distance.
So ignore the red short athlete there. He's from the men's group. I think he's just fallen back a little bit there, so he's not part of that leading women's group. There are 4 there. Just looking at the body language, Matthew, and looking at they all look incredibly tired. But at the back of the field there, the back of that 4, Shibahara does look like she's just struggling a little bit to hold on. I've said this before though, and I've been proven wrong, but she looks like the one who may be of the quartet, maybe the one that might miss out on a medal if they have a race to the finish. We know how fast Pampanella is in a sprint. Postiglione was also very good. Koksic, the Hungarian, I think you said, former swimmer. Koksic now
swimming champion in Hungary, for sure. And just to cover my back, in case I made a mistake in the name, there is someone whose figure is quite close to that of Claudia Postiglione, and that's the athlete from South Africa, Chiara Vorster. I can't remember if she was on the starboard or the NSP board yesterday, but Chiara has got curly hair, she's short, she's blonde. I just can't remember if she was on starboard or and she did pretty well in the sprint competition
but
as well.
I think and let's see if we can get the GPS information up again. I think I didn't I see Postiglione's name up there on the GPS tracker in that front group, but we might get our tech guys to put up the GPS information again on this top 4 if they can, because that will confirm for us who they are. But I'm pretty certain that I saw Postiglione's name up there earlier on in the front 4. So let's see if we can get some confirmation. So no doubt though, what's going on in the background there? Somebody's having a bit of fun. Don't cause any dramas for our paddlers, please, mate, in your big fast boat. No doubt about our leader at the moment, though. I think we both agree that it is indeed Cecilia Pampanella in front. We do agree, don't we, that it is Koksic there in third position from Hungary. I think we can agree as well that it is Shibahara from Japan sitting 4th. And I'm reasonably confident that it's Postiglione sitting 2nd. But I know you're covering your back, but I'm pretty confident that we saw her name come up earlier on in the GPS in the tracker. And yes, and we saw her take the lead for a little bit as well. So I'm pretty confident when she took the lead, we saw her name pop up in the GPS. But look, wouldn't be the first time this weekend I've been made to look foolish. Look, what is it between friends? Let's make me look foolish again. But I'm going to call it at this stage that is Italy 1-2, Hungary 3rd, and Japan 4th. As this women's race heads towards, what do we have? The Voiguru went over in just over an hour, didn't he? It just clicked over to the hour mark. So the women now are at an hour and 6. So they're probably 5 to 10 minutes away, you would think, from a race to the finish. Oh, that doesn't tell us we're missing it. Would you believe it? Well, no, there's Vorster. There's Vorster down the bottom there. Was that the South African athlete you were talking?
Really far back then, plus 4
And that's the
450
South African
meters.
athlete you were talking about, though, isn't it?
So that wouldn't be Voster.
So let's-
Chiara Voster in that top 4.
Let's
I will
stick-
stick to Claudia Postiglione. Yes, I think that's
Unless it's Logothetti.
no.
Well, it
Logothetti
says
is
there that
dark-
she's 50. It
dark
says
hair.
133 now.
No,
So
she's probably in 5th right now, Logothetti.
she is. Yep, she is.
And she's got long, straight dark hair. So Cecilia Pampinella in the lead from Italy. Claudia Postiglione in second place. Sheila Coxis in third. That's a great result so far. Touch wood for Sheila Coxis, but sitting calmly in fourth place and waiting for a moment to burst potentially is Kanae Shibahara, the SIC Maui in fourth place at the back of that leading group.
I tell you what, there's they're like crouching tiger, hidden dragon at the moment, aren't they, Matthew? They're just waiting to make a move. Look at Cecilia Pampinelli just readjusting her singlet there, her racing. But we're going to see the finish line now. We're going to see in any moment now we are going to see the Italian make her move, because we're coming up to that last boy, and then it's a sprint to the finish. We're going to get a look here of where they are. There's the final boy in front of them. That's what is in store for these young ladies. I hope the boys on the outside don't get in the way. They need to fight. They need to keep a wide berth here and not interfere with this finish to what's going to be a super junior women's race. Oh, I tell you what, you wouldn't want to be chasing down Cecilia Pampinelli if she's in front.
Yeah, for sure, but still she's been leading for 9 kilometers and 800 meters, so surely that's tiring. Is she going to pay all the efforts that she put at the front? Claudia Postiglione in a good position. We could see yesterday she's a great sprinter.
Oh.
Sheila Coxis is also fast. Now Cecilia Pampinella making her move, accelerating just before the last buoy of the course.
She turns first for home.
Pretty good safe turn there for Cecilia Pampinella, who is now hammering. But
Whoa!
look at Claudia Postiglione, another
Postiglione
Italian.
is going after her, so it's Pampinelli in front. Postiglione is coming at her. Look at this. We are going to have a nail-biting finish. The Hungarian is sitting in third, but look at Postiglione. I think she's got her. She's taken a different line. Pampinelli in front, Postiglione on the top of the screen. I think Postiglione, Matthew, might have put her nose in front.
Virtually in the lead, Claudia Postiglione, the Italian.
Now
from
Pampinelli.
Taranto.
Pampinelli digging deep now as well. Has Postiglione gone too early? There's a male paddler who might get in the way here. I really hope that he doesn't interfere in this finish. A little bit of a
Losing her
wobble.
balance.
Little bit of a wobble there for Pampinelli. Postiglione now clearly in front.
In the lead, Claudia Postiglione, the 15-year-old phenomenon from Italy.
And look at the Coxic coming through as well, putting a challenge in for the silver medal, but it is Postiglione who is in front. Pampinelli, I don't think she's got anything to give. I think she's resigned to the fact that she's going to get another silver medal. It's going to be her Italian teammate, Claudio Postiglione. What a perfectly judged race.
And one of the biggest upsets of these 2023 ICF SUP Worlds, Claudia Postiglione, the 15-year-old Italian, taking the gold medal here in Pattaya, Thailand, the new long-distance junior world champion, Claudia Postiglione, 15-year-old.
What a race, what a finish. I mean, to back yourself in, to out-sprint Pampinelli, Cecilia Pampinelli, you have to have a lot of guts, a lot of confidence, because there's no doubt about it. And there is Cecilia Pampinelli behind her. She'd be 2 silver medals. Look, for mere mortals like you and I, Matthew, we would be super happy with that. But 2 days in a row now, she's just been pipped in a tight finish. But what a result. She can barely stand, this young girl. She's given it her all.
That's her coach, Mario.
What a race. And I think we didn't see who got third, but let's say it was Coxix from Hungary who got third. She certainly looked like she was in third position. She was challenging.
Cecilia Pampinella.
Yeah, but I think Pampinella held on to get the silver, and then the bronze medal, we think, going to Kostis from Hungary, the bronze.
The bronze medal
Yes,
goes to
yeah.
Hungary, and the fourth place would be occupied by Kanai Shibahara from Japan on the SIC Maui-board. What a finish by the 15-year-old Claudia Postiglione. We love surprises, we love new faces, and Claudia Postiglione in only 2 or 3 months of international SUP racing has just made a name for herself on the international scene here in Thailand at the ICF 2023 SUP World Championships in the long distance. She's got the gold. Another Italian goes on the podium. She is the defending champion. Cecilia Papinla gets a second silver medal this week, and in third place Silak Oxis. We all obviously want official confirmation, so in a few moments we will have probably our top 10 results popping up on our screens, but that's what we've seen so far, and it has been amazing to see that final sprint line by Claudia Postiglione claiming her first world title at only 15 years old.
Yeah, and the bravery of there we go. There's the confirmation for the boys with Japan taking silver and bronze, but no doubt at all. Look at the distance there between gold and silver, 36 seconds between, 0.36. No, that's 36 seconds, yeah. 1 hour, 2 minutes and 38 seconds, 1 hour, 2 minutes, 0.02 seconds. So 36 seconds between first and second. That's comprehensive.
Yeah, you must be very pleased for Queen Pirit, who was 7th on that in that top 10. I was personally very pleased with Hector Jessel making it the top 10. Also a newcomer on the SUP racing scene, has been doing really well in Great Britain and is now only starting to compete internationally. Hector Jessel, the tall 18-year-old man from Cornwall, from Newquay, Cornwall. He's a surf instructor over there. He makes it in the top 10.
So we are now just waiting. I think we'll have an interview with our winner.
Chiara Vorster. That is Chiara Vorster.
Yes,
Look.
yes. Yep, yeah, I can see now
It was
why.
an easy could have been an easy mistake.
But she does have, thank you very much for this, by the way, if all athletes could do that next year, wear the colours of their flag on their racing breeches, that would help us a lot. It would help us a lot, wouldn't it?
It would.
And maybe they can, I don't know. Anyway, some things to take away for next year.
So no more white on yellow.
No more white on yellow with their bibs. It's too hard.
One thing we need to remember from this junior event.
So I'm going to leave you to wrap up the juniors here. I'm going to head down there and try and get some interviews and see if we can find out some winners. It's been fantastic today bringing you coverage of these races. I know it's been a bit of a struggle for you at home sometimes. It's been a struggle for us too, believe you me. But we've been doing our best.
You know what, the good thing is we got it right in the end, and that's very satisfying, I have to say, given that we didn't have much information. I had a quick run on the beach just before the event just to visually identify some of the guys. I think we called it early for Vai Garyu. I was pretty sure that was the Japanese guy at the front. The only thing I was missing is his bib number and the name, so that was at least a good guess for the citizenship of that athlete.
You did well.
And,
you did well.
Sergio
So
Cantola, easy to identify, of course.
So I'm going to leave you now to tell everybody how good you were today. But you were good. I'll say it first. You were very, very good again today. Fantastic calling as always, Matthew. We expect but we do expect the very, very best from you. We hold you to higher standards than people hold me to, which is good. I appreciate that. But you've done a great job as always. I'm going to pop down and see if I can find a winner or two. And I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Mathieu Essier, who's waiting for confirmation of our top 3 and our top 10 for the women.
So those interviews you're doing, actually, Ross, what are they for? Because they don't pop up on the screen.
No, you'll see those. Media? You can see those on our Planet Canoe Facebook page, and also you might see them pop up on our Planet Canoe website, embedded in some of the articles which I'll be writing tonight to wrap up today's racing. So that's coming up later on tonight.
And we've got our new world champion with Trevor Teddington. Take it away, Trevor.
I want to introduce you to our newest junior women's champion. She's just claimed the gold medal. Her name is Claudia Postioni. She's from Italy and she's 15 years old. Do you have anything you want to tell us today?
Yeah. Hello everybody, I'm Claudia Postione and today I won the long distance race. I'm so happy and proud of me.
Fantastic, really great job out there today. It was a really fast finish. The girls are all so close together, but you did a great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Well,